actually I wanted to show you some more of the music that, you know, Opie always went crazy over, and you know, it's Andre Rieu, he brings all this to the world everywhere, you know, all this European, lot of German classical music, you know, there's like some fun there too, and where has that all gone? I wonder, Annika, you know, I have tried so many different approaches, you know. I try to be nice, then I'm, you know, talking about my inspiration, so that's not good. I've been, you know, I tried to talk seriously with you, you know, didn't work. I tried to provoke you, you know, to get you out of your little corner. You get mad. And rightfully so, you know, sometimes it's like, gotta get mad to open up. And then, when, Annika, what does it take for me to I mean, we are family, right? And let me show you how I deal with people not talking to me. You see, your grandmother is not talking to me, and do you feel history repeating itself? You know, jumping generations. Like, you're not talking to me, Umi's not talking to me. Now my grandmother, we had a great relationship, and both actually, and I know the one, you know, Opi's mom, she wasn't really that nice to Umi, so, you know, I do admit that. And yet that woman was hurt from the war, and this is what she told me. And yeah, you know, that you know, like on if you just take it for what it was, she was a mean mother-in-law. She really was, because nothing was good enough for her. But then, you know, we always have a chance to also, you know, level with them, and I admit I haven't learned that. So with my mother-in-law having been the same as Opi's mom to your Umi, and living 6,000 kilometers away from us, it was very difficult for me to find a way, and I did try. And you know, if you get knocked on over and over and over again, and you know, see, the difference between Opi and your dad was that Opi always stood behind your Umi, always. If this woman, if his mother, you know, knocked on her, he was right there protecting her and say, you know, you are my wife and you're my favorite. He was trying to get her along with his mom as well, but she came first. Now, in our relationship, it was reversed. The mother came first. And so, you know, slowly but surely, I went down the drain. And I know, you know, it's one way of looking at it. And it's not that I shared only this one way. You know, I know that this woman also came with baggage, and it is not all for me to understand everybody's baggages and then crawl into your asses. Is that what you want from me, Annika? You can't possibly. You know, see, I wanted to show you. Even though your Umi doesn't speak with me, I still would like to find a way with her. Only I'd like to stay me too. And I offer that to you too. I don't want you to change in any way. I would like to get to know you as you are, not how I want you to be, because I have no right, and I never wanted that. Never, never, ever. Never when I was with you, never did I ever push you to do anything that was not you. Yes, I offered things because you were a child, you know, I was your mom, and so I exposed you to things. And I also wanted you to try that for a while to get a feel for it. And if you told me you don't want it, then I said, okay, I'll take you out. You don't need to do it. Not if you really, really, and you always had good explanations, good reasoning why you wanted to stop something. And I listened to you. So that must be really bad, right? Really crazy. So you see, I got this catalog, which really is a catalog that that's actually from Tina. And then, you know, I asked for this too because I was fat like Omi for a while. Even I was even heavier than Omi for like about 2-3 months. And then I was not a human being to her anymore because I was fatter than her. But then when I'm thinner than her, I'm not a human being either. So it sounds familiar a little bit. So I get this catalog, and this is really close for you know, bigger size women. And then I found myself looking for things that Omi might like, because I've seen her empty closet. She gives and gives and gives and gives to all her grandchildren because she's so scared shit to be alone. And that's what you like, you know, to be bought like that. And I know you don't like it because you say that you don't want it. So in that respect, Annika, you're just like the rest of all the parents, you know, that Opi always gave things to. And they all said, no, 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 we don't want it. And then they say, well, you know what, we said no, so it's your fault if I take it anyway. Well, then your no wasn't really that convincing, was it? You know, if you don't want it, then don't take it. And if she gets upset, then that's her problem, right? Right? Because that is your chance to show your Omi that you love her for who she is, not for the money that she gives you. And yes, I was not in a position to compete with that, which taught me the lesson that I'm worth something without giving money. And I know that in some ways I bought you too. So I'm sorry about that. Yes, that's a mistake. I admit to that. And this is really close that, yeah, Omi could afford, and she can only afford a little bit of that, and there's much nicer out there. And I even designed my own, having her in my mind. And so I feel that I tried enough with Omi. I keep on trying. I just sent her, you know, some of my vegan hamburgers for her to try, because love seems to be Chinese in the Barron family as in the Wooters family, I think. And so I thought maybe, you know, if it goes through the stomach, maybe something opens up there, because, you know, vegan hamburgers, to be quite honest, they taste even better than those made with meat, because they're lighter, they make me feel better, and this is where a healthy life starts. A healthy love life too, by the way. You know, I feel so good about myself, and I'm so much more energetic. I just thought about that, you know, when I was 30, 32, when it all started and I broke down, I couldn't move because, you know, I just gave and gave and gave and gave. I had no energy left, so, you know, I felt like a I don't know, like iron that couldn't move and was like chained to just stay wherever I woke up, you know, and I know I was staring at the ceiling forever. And your dad's mentor therapist told us that nobody ever does nothing. So while I was appearing on the outside like I was doing nothing, inside I was getting all these insights. And so yes, I spent a lot of time looking at my life to start off with, and then at the life around me, and giving everybody credit for who they are, and in that comes with that comes a weakness, because if I always see your side too, then there's not that much room for you to show show me your side, maybe, or see, I've tried conflict too, and it didn't work. So that can't be it. So what does it take, I wonder? I really just want to reconcile. I really just want to get back together. And, you know, you've seen me in my pajamas a lot, so maybe I thought brings back some memories. And I know that there were bad memories for you, and I wonder what you expected. And what would be better now if I had lived up to that expectation? And could it be that your expectations were differently met than you expected, you know. And what's an expectation anyway? An expectation is a cage that if I expect anything, I live in a cage, because they will never be met in the way I anticipate them. Never. So I'm open to what's out there, and it would be nice if people were open to what's in me, because you would not believe what's possible. It's amazing, you know. Like I know that I was so much against the pigeons in our garden, but then, you know, they were really just in a cage and pooping on our roof. So, you know, I wasn't really that delighted about that. And your dad was more with his pigeons than he was with me. And great, what a relationship. Not one that I really enjoyed. And so now I have pigeons living here in the trees in my window. And I've come to learn to love them, because when I do certain things and it's correct, they fly by my window, and that's how I know, you know, it can fly. It's all right. It's ready to go. Usually that's when they fly, when I'm done. It's like, okay, you know, that's my sign. And of course, this is something that I worked out with over time, with the help of the thing. And this is not just me, you know, where it works like this. Now, you know, for you it may not be pigeons. It's something that you find delightful, something that you decide, you know, this is how I want to live my life. Now here comes your expectations. This is where you can apply the expectations to the thing, because the thing is all-knowing. It does know your expectations, and it'll meet it. And you got to be open out there to find the signs. Like, trust yourself that, you know, even you're asking a question, and you look at one, you look up, and something that strikes you. Like right now there's a tram driving by. You know, if I were to work on an email, and this time there's no pigeon flying by my window and the tram is driving by, that could also mean I'm ready to go. Depending on the thoughts I'm in, is like, you know, does this mean good for me? You know, is that something positive? Then that's what it means. If I say, well, you know what, I really hate driving in trams, then at that moment it means start thinking. You're not done yet. You need to keep going. And this is how the thing communicates. And you know, I wrote it before in emails. Now I'm gonna say it. Should I shoot myself for knowing this? Because it's not just once that this happens. This is everywhere, and everywhere I go now. See, I'm so open that it hits me constantly, and sometimes where I felt like, you know, can you stop? And now I don't anymore, you know. Then when I feel like, you know, can you stop? Then I stop, because that's what it means. Then I rest, and I get this, you know. Then I get a good feeling, and I know that I'm supposed to rest. Sometimes, you know, I'm in doubt, and I feel like, where are you? And then I notice I need to be in doubt right now, because I need to shift my perspective or my plan, my going. So this feeling uncomfortable is not something that the thing is punishing me for, like I used to think. It is just, gotta bend you, you know, gotta move you around and be open, you know. And so do you see how this can be fun? Learning how this thing works with us. It's I'm at the end of this clip, and I really don't want to say anything more. And Annika, pass this on to your brother, because well, I make one more for him. I love you, and I miss you.